Hello, and welcome to this instructional film on how to make a giant inflatable cobble. For more detailed instructions on how to make a cobble, please follow the link below. To make a cobble, first you'll need some friends. Here are some cobblers now. Here are some of the tools you will need to make your cobble. A full list of tools needed for each step can be found on a step-by-step guide. Cobbles are made using two pieces of material of differing sizes. First, let's make our larger piece. Roll the foil out on your table, silver side up. Start by measuring 5 cm in from the end of the piece. From here, mark every 70 cm until you reach 420 cm. Add another 5 cm at the end. You've now reached 430 cm in total. Place a piece of double-sided sticky tape along this line. Cut the foil at the 430 cm mark. This is the outer edge of the double-sided sticky tape. You can now place double-sided sticky tape on the long edge of the large piece. Make sure you roll everything down. Tape all 4 edges. Roll out another piece of foil. This will be the smaller piece. Exactly as we did with the larger piece, now make marks every 70 cm up to 420 cm. However, we don't need the additional 5 cm at either end. You will now cut a 10 cm wide strip from the long edge of the smaller piece. Look at her go! In order to be able to customise your cobble, cha-ching, you must now place a 140 by 140 square of Velcro on the smaller piece. Additionally, at 40 cm in from the top edge, place another piece of Velcro. Placing Velcro like this enables you to customise your cobble in a number of different ways. Don't forget to roll! Here, we place Velcro on the back of a 140 by 140 mirrored piece of material. This creates a mirrored effect on one side of the cobble. Shiny. Alternatively, if you want to create a red line with your cobble, you can place a strip of 140 by 40 red material as such. Smooth. We will now make the handles for your cobble. Use the 10 cm wide strip that you cut from the edge of the smaller piece. On the white side of the strip, place double-sided sticky tape. Gotta do that rolling. Copy the marks from your pre-made measuring stick onto the material. Place double-sided tape at the marked intervals. Each measuring stick makes 3 handles. Cut the handles as shown. In total, you will need to make 10 handles, 8 with Velcro and 2 without. Stick 2 strips of Velcro together and cut into 5 cm squares. Peel apart the Velcro squares and stick them in a section marked Velcro. These guys have got a handle on it. We are now going to attach the handles to the cobble. Use your pre-prepared cardboard template to mark the positions of the handles at the 70 cm guide marks. Cut 5 cm slits. Peel back a small portion of the double-sided sticky tape, then slide the end of the handle through the slit and stick it down. Repeat this on both sides. Reinforce the back of the handle with silver gaffer tape. Flip the sheet over, expose the rest of the sticky tape and stick down. Reinforce the inside of the handle with gaffer tape. You will use a clear plastic lid as outlined in the step-by-step guide to make your valve. Cover the clear plastic part of the lid in double-sided sticky tape. Put vertical strips of tape on the outside of the plastic. Overlap the strips so to prevent air gaps. In order to lay one strip on top of the other, you have to peel back a small amount of the waxed paper. Cut vertical strips every 2 cm, cutting halfway up the plastic. Firmly splay out the strips that you've cut, and press down the valve to flatten it. We will place the valve just after the 140 cm mark on the larger piece. Use the lid to trace a circle and then cut the circle out. How? Flip the piece over. Go team! We used a template to fit our valve, but you can also do this on the table. Remove the double-sided sticky tape. Place the valve in the hole that you've cut. Flatten out the valve and reinforce with gaffer tape. Peekaboo! Turn the piece back over and screw on the lid. Let's just put a lid on it. Now it's time to attach the larger and smaller pieces together. Begin by attaching the smaller piece to the larger piece at the 140cm mark on the larger piece. Make an incision in the wax paper and peel back the tape. Stick this corner down and then work your way along, pulling out the rest of the tape as you go. Your first side is now attached. When you are folding a corner, you need to make an incision across the double-sided sticky tape to allow you to fold it. You then reinforce this incision with gaffer tape. Pass the smaller piece underneath the larger piece. Repeat the sticking process to attach the other end of the smaller piece to the larger piece. Once again, use the roller to ensure the entire edge is stuck down. Don't forget the incision and to reinforce the inside of the corner with gaffer tape. In general, when assembling your cobble, it is helpful to begin at the corners and ensure that you only peel back a little of the double-sided sticky tape at once. Carry on until all corners and sides have been done in the same way. Once all 4 corners and sides have been correctly stuck down, your cobble is ready to inflate. Way! And now for the fun part. Use a fan. What is that? A fan? In order to inflate your cobble, you can either use a fan with a hose attached or a vacuum cleaner set on reverse. Stick the hose, ours is made from cardboard, into the valve opening and inflate. Look at it go. Running around the room in celebration, optional. Here we customise the cobble with our mirrored side for all your reflective needs. And here is the cobble with the red line. Hashtag red lines. And there you have it. How to make a giant inflatable cobble. And do enjoy getting to know your new cobble.